Thank you very much to my distinguished chairman of the committee, the Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Tolentino, to us, to the Committee on Justice, rather, Senator Tolentino, to my distinguished colleague from Davao, may silingan sa Mindanao, Senator Bato de la Rosa, compadre, sa ating mga kawani sa gobyerno, lalo na sa ating Philippine National Police na nandito po na yun, members of the prosecution panel, the DOJ, together with the different government agencies. I see here the NBI with us, the Bureau of Penology, and yung sino pa ba kasama natin? All the guests that are here today, no? And the families, of course. The families of the hazing victims na nandito po, sila po ang nakaramdam nitong napaka rumal-dumal na krimen na nangyari po sa kanilang pamilya, sa kanilang mga kamag-anak, sa kanilang mga anak. At nandito din, inimbita ko po, Mr. Chairman, the family of Acho Castillo, who died also on hazing, under the same circumstances of hazing in UST. And so, if I may be allowed, Mr. Chairman, to give a brief opening statement. Magandang hapon, my dear colleagues and all our resource persons and guests. First, I would like to thank our distinguished colleague from Cavite, Senator Francis Tolentino, for calling this second hearing to inquire into the death of Adamson University student John Matthew Salilig. And I also believe we are now looking at the similar case of a student in Cebu of similar circumstance. I was paying my respects that day when you had the hearing, Your Honor. I was paying my respects to a good friend, former slain Governor Negros Oriental Royal Degamo. That was on March 7. So once again, my apologies for missing the meeting. Hindi ako nakapunta sa meeting niyo po, Chairman. During the 17th Congress, I, together with my colleagues, filed and passed Republic Act 11053, which amended Republic Act 8049, a law that was passed in 1995. Nakita talaga natin na itong Republic Act 8049, which was passed in 1995, maraming loopholes at gray areas. Kaya, this passage and amendments to that old law was triggered by the death of UST law student Acho Castillo, whose parents are here today, no? From hazing rights by the Aegis Juris Fraternity in 2017. We have, as I mentioned earlier, Acho's parents are here, Toti and Mini Castillo, to help us in today's proceedings. And thank you for joining us in such short notice. Mr. Chairman, I believe that the law we have now has enough teeth to combat this evil. Aside from banning all forms of hazing, Republic Act 11053 also imposes stiffer penalties on persons involved in carrying out this despicable act. Under the law, those who actually planned and participated in the hazing resulting to death, rape, sodomy, or mutilation will be given the penalty of reclusion perpetua, life imprisonment. That is 40 years imprisonment, Your Honor. Furthermore, Mr. Chairman, under the same law, even if the hazing does not result to death, let me repeat, maski na po hindi namatay ang mga biktima na itong hazing, lahat ng officials present during the hazing, all those who planned it, participated, and as I mentioned, officers present during the hazing, advisor of a fraternity or sorority present during the initiation rites, even former officers, non-resident members, or alumni of the fraternity or sorority present during the hazing are all liable. Ulitin ko po, lahat po ay liable or damay and will be given the same penalty of reclusion perpetua, life imprisonment. My position, Your Honors, I'd like to say hello to my distinguished colleague, Senator Estrada. Ang position ko nito, Mr. Chairman, with due respect to our guests from the Department of Justice and the PNP, as with the laws that we have passed in this chamber, sapat na po ang batas na ito. But it is with the implementation that we are having problems. However, we are willing to listen to our resource persons to possibly improve pa. No? Kung kailangan natin ayusin pa ang panukala, then let us propose which amendments or what amendments they may be to improve the law. Fortunately and commendably, our law enforcers did a great job in apprehending with speed the perpetrators of this crime. Kaya maraming salamat sa mga kawani natin sa PNP, Philippine National Police, and also to the NBI and other enforcement agencies. So on this note, I hope that our partners in government can enlighten us on areas that we can improve on as regards to implementation. We are here to listen and we are open to making the necessary clarifications and amendments if needed to finally put a stop to this evil. Alam mo yung, dito nga yung last statement ko, I desperately hope that Matt's case as the last we ever have to hold the hearing for in these halls. Unfortunately, since the time of Acho's death in 2017, napakarami na pong namatay muli dahil sa hazing. Parang antitigas ng ulo ng mga organisasyon na ito na bawal po ang hazing period. Bawal ang hazing period. And napakatindi ng parusa dito sa mga karumal-dumal na krimen na ito. I think what we need to do, Mr. Chairman, is also ask media, ask our partners in government to make sure that all these organizations know the extent of the punishment waiting for them pag ginawa po nila muli itong hazing sa kanilang mga organizations. At the same time, sa ating mga kababayan na nakikinig, lalo na sa mga bata na gustong sumali dito sa mga fraternities at sororities at itong mga organisasyon na may hazing or initiation, know your rights. Dapat alam nyo po ang inyong karapatan. Pag nagpalabas po ng paddle yan, sabihin nyo kaagad, bawal yan. Huwag kayo pumayag na paluin kayo. Huwag po kayo pumayag na magpabugbog kayo. Huwag kayo pumayag na gawin kayong parang punching bag. Now, under our law, it is not only physical, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, it is mental anguish. So, kung papahiyain kayo, papahubarin kayo, papatakbo kayo nakahubad sa dalawang kanto doon sa barangay ninyo, bawal po yan sa ating batas. They have to know their rights, Mr. Chairman. That's why I'm thanking you for having this hearing. Because if we don't have these hearings, hindi po malalaman ng taong bayan. Pag hindi po nakalabas to sa news at talagang kinover up lang ito at walang nag-uusap tungkol dito sa problemang ito, marami po mga kabataan ay matatamaan, mamamatay, magkakasakitan, no? Masaktan po. Maraming bata na masaktan dito sa mga hazing na ito. Imagine your children, Mr. Chairman. You have two young boys. I know you have two boys, including mine. Imagine, pati mga resource persons natin dito. Inaalagaan natin mabuti ang ating mga anak, di ba po? Sabi nga ng isang kasamahan ko, si Senator Joel Villanueva sa kanyang privilege speech, ayaw nga natin ipadapong lamok, baka biglang magka-dengue yung ating mga anak. Pagdapo ng lamok, talagang iingatan natin. Tapos pagpasok sa mga eskwelahan, nakakala po natin ay safe zones para sa mga bata, doon pa sila nabubugbog, doon pa sila namamatay. That's why, sabi ko, parang tayo lang yata ang bansa na nagkakaroon ng ganitong phenomenon. Wala po akong nababasa sa ibang bansa when I go international news on the issues of hazing that is as prevalent as it is in the Philippines. Kung meron nga mass shooting sa Estados Unidos sa kanilang mga eskwelahan, dito sa atin, hazing deaths naman. Nakakahiya. Dapat matigil na po ang practice na ito. And I'm appealing to all members of the PNP, all members of the DOJ, and all the other enforcement agencies that whenever such acts happen, let us show them that the full arm of the law will run after them. They can hide, but they cannot. They can hide, but eventually they will be caught. They can run, but they can't hide. If they hide, hahabulin pa rin sila at huhulihin pa rin sila. So, yan lamang po, Mr. Chairman. Again, in closing, we have to ensure that we lose no more lives to hazing. and leave no more families grappling with these devastating losses. Thank you again, Mr. Chairman, and I look forward to this day's discussion.
Para sa iba pang napapanahong mga storya at balita, follow the link below and subscribe.